Welcome everyone to this very unique presentation we're going to host together, Vivienne and I. My name is Patrick Rhein. I'm a wellness and life coach, and I'm passionate about bringing the best to people, the best of my knowledge, but also the best of what we've, the latest about nutrition, about life-work balance. And I'm here with...
Hi, I am Vivienne Vu. I'm a registered nurse and also a holistic nutritionist. And also, I'm very passionate about nutrition and wellness. And my passion is also to share and transfer knowledge so that people can make their lives a better lifestyle, a better health, and so that they can enjoy their lives.
Thank you, Vivienne. So we're going to today share with you a PowerPoint presentation. And let me do that screen sharing, and we hopefully going to bring you enough information for you to make a difference in your life and to change things. So here we go. It's all about seed nutrition. It's all about this new awareness that we bring forward around seeds. It's amazing. So we're going to talk about today's fast new epidemic. And we are into the fast. Everything has to be now, here and now. So we're going to talk briefly about that and about some nutritional information, as well as introducing you to the power of seeds. Quite amazing little thing that can make a big difference. Also the science behind seeds, because there are many researches that have been done and proven that these seeds can really make a big difference in people's life. Now, we're going to also introduce you to some products. Yes, seed nutritional products that are drinkable. Imagine that. So seeds that you can drink. Soul, core, bend, and a new product. And we're going to briefly touch on kinesiology. Of course, that's always better when we meet in person, but at least we're going to inform you of what that is if you don't know. And of course, when we meet, we also can help you to taste or share with you the taste of these products. Now let me start right away, and Vivienne is going to jump in a little bit later. So yes, healthy, unhealthy, what do we do? Well, I tell you why I'm passionate about that. I know I have only one body. So far, science haven't allowed ourselves to, or allowed to be able to buy a new body, or, we can maybe replace some parts, but it's not so convenient always. So therefore, I always invested in my health. I think for me, health is a little bit like a bank account. The earlier you invest, the more you can reap the benefits on a later stage. And if you invest later, it's okay too, because then that's the beauty of this body, is that it can repair and it can bring you a better outcome as it goes. But investing in your body is really important. So it's the only place we have to live in. Unfortunately, we are living in an era of fast, but an era of poor nutrition. It's an epidemic. It's all fast food everywhere, 24/7, on the go all the time. So that creates some challenges, health challenges. So I'm going to share this video with you, and it's going to give you some facts and figures about what's going on our planet and where we're at in terms of health and wellness. So I'll let you watch this, and I'll be back with you in a minute.
This is the 21st century health story. Increased disease, increased medical bills, people losing quality of life, losing time, and ultimately dying too early despite improved medical care. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation recently funded a study that found that poor nutrition is the #1 cause of death. Poor nutrition kills more people in the US than smoking, car accidents, war, and terrorism. We desperately need raw nutrition to keep our cells healthy. A healthy cell can't get disease. So, why is our nutrition in such bad shape? Some of the answers are easy. Many of us jokingly consider French fries a vegetable serving. Our average sugar intake is over 200 pounds a year, and 91% of the country eats 0 to 1 servings of fruits or vegetables daily. The short answer is the Western diet, along with the time, effort, and money to eat right. But we have an even bigger problem leading to poor nutrition. Hippocrates, the father of medicine, said thousands of years ago, "Let food be thy medicine." Today, even those who eat 7 to 9 fruits and veggies daily are running into giant roadblocks to raw nutrition. GMOs, or genetically modified organisms, are seeds manipulated to improve the ease of farming that are now being proven to destroy needed minerals in the soil and harm digestion in people and animals. The scary part, according to the USDA, over 80% of the crops farmed in the US are GMO. Pesticides, used to deter pests, now being found not only on our food, but in our food. And we all know our environment is becoming increasingly toxic. GMOs, pesticides, and toxins are making it more difficult for us to get raw, unaltered nutrition, even when we make the effort. Without the proper nutrition, our cells can't fight the #1 cause of disease, chronic inflammation. Research shows that inflammation at the cellular level leads to over 200 of the most serious diseases we face. According to Dr. Brian Peskin, one of the only ways around all these obstacles is to have a total lifestyle change and take the time, effort, and money to source and consume a 100% non-GMO vegan diet.
Yes, that explains everything, right? This so little time, so much to do, always moving forward, and therefore no time to really eat properly, take time to cook, or take time to buy the right fruit and vegetable. So what do? Well, we just jump on the easiest, fastest food that is around, as it was explained. So it's convenient, but unfortunately, the quality of this food is not at the best. Why? Because this organization, these companies, they just want to make profit. They're not going to choose the high quality ingredients. And therefore, it's just about serving something that it's tasty and that we want to go back to because it's easy and convenient and good enough. Yes, everything is a question of choices. So, we do have the choice. We do have the choice to do and buy fruit and vegetable, make a salad, or eating something very quickly that way. And but when unfortunately most of us are not making the right choices, and therefore you got all these famous diseases. You look at all of this. I'm sure you're familiar with it. I'm sure if you don't have it, then you know somebody who does. And that accumulates. That's the result of the body not being able to fight. Then all these illnesses are inflammatory illnesses. And that's the body reacts with inflammation. It tells you. It gives you indication. It tells you, hey, I have enough. I cannot deal with that. I need to find a solution here. Can we change something? So your body is crying. It's crying because it's not able to fight with the system. The stress is a very big challenge. So when we are stressed, we have acidity in our body. We create acidity, and therefore the body has no time to do the right thing and to take care of you. And if you don't give the right nutrients, then of course it's not working. So what do we do when we have pain or aches typically? Yes, of course, we take some pills and another pill and another pill, because every pill have a side effect. And from one side effect to the other, you become a pill human being, a pilled human being, we would say. Now, the other alternative, of course, is whole food. So whole food nutrition is a little bit better, but as you could hear before, the challenge we have is that the fruit and vegetable we buy today are not having enough nutrients anymore. It is because of the surproduction. So one is the surproduction. So all the soils are depleted. They don't have time to replenish because of this surproduction. Two, the fruit and vegetable I picked green. So when you pick the fruit and vegetable green, you don't have time. I mean, it ripes in your home, and it doesn't have time to reap the benefit of the sunshine, and therefore really grow with the full capacity of nutrients. Three, we are, usually buying fruit and vegetable that come from far away, not necessarily local. So in the transportation is also aggravated with all kinds of effects. 4, we cook the vegetable most of the time. So therefore you lose a lot of nutrients as well. And so when you do all that, then you end up by having almost nothing in your plate. So what is the solution? What can we do? Well, it's a love story. It's a love story between you and nature. And if you want to make some change, you get to first love yourself. You get to say, okay, I'm worthy enough so I can really make a difference and do some efforts, create some efforts. And that's why also Vivienne is going to talk more about this nutrition, how important it is. And if you want to have a better lifestyle, that's why I say become more. So today we are really bringing you information about seed nutrition as a way to become more, as a way to become more flexible, but also healthier, have more energy, have a better lifestyle overall. So I'm going to share with you the next video that introduces you to this seed nutrition, to this power of seeds. So I'll let you watch this and I'll be back just after.
We would like to introduce you to an alternative that has largely remained a secret. An alternative that delivers concentrated raw nutrition, among other benefits, for a fast-paced society. In 2005 and 2006, a group of physicians and researchers, in cooperation with the University of Maryland, were working to quickly improve the immune systems and recovery of some young terminal patients. Resulting in amazing success, they had turned to the most concentrated raw source of nutrition: seeds. Seeds contain 30 times the nutritional density of the fruit or vegetable used for nutritional consumption. Seeds also naturally contain all 17 minerals, 12 vitamins, 9 amino acids, and essential fatty acids needed by the human body every day. The best part, seeds are food. Thanks to a relatively new process called the cold press process, seeds are food, now easily digestible and incredibly bioavailable. Welcome to Seed Nutrition and Brain International, the first company in the world to bring powerful seed nutrition to the world. The original seed combination used in the study would become Rheing's first of many powerhouse non-GMO seed-based products. Introducing Soul. Not only does Soul give your body the food-based nutrients that seeds promise, but because of the specific seeds chosen, Soul also delivers scientifically proven benefits to your cells. Brunswick Labs found that Soul naturally extends cell life 62%, reduces inflammation, the foundational cause of most disease, up to 33%. Soul also has been proven to be 2.5 times more effective than any product ever tested at Brunswick Labs at fighting off free radicals with antioxidant support. In fact, just one serving of Soul has been found to be more powerful at fighting off disease-causing free radicals than eating all 7 to 9 recommended fruits and veggies. It is concentrated, raw food. So, let food be thy medicine. Soul. Simple, cold-pressed, and delicious. Soul is not sold in stores, so get back to the person who shared this video with you and ask them how you can try the 90-day challenge, because taking 2 Soul a day for 90 days will change your body and your life. Our bodies are fighting the 21st century health battle. Don't let your cells go to war without the 21st century solution. To your health. Shake, rip, and sip.
So I guess you understand why we are so excited about this seed nutrition. Somebody who took the time to do a lot of research. At least we have a solution. At least we have a way to support our health with the right food and the right nutrients. Yes, so many quality nutrients that are in the seeds. I'm going to talk to you about that in a moment. But just where did it started? Well, a study got done by Dr. Leonard, who was doing cancer research about with kids who were suffering from cancer, and he was looking into all kinds of ways to natural way to help. And so he looked into seeds, and he saw a variety of them. Not seeds are all created equal. So he looked into all the various seeds, and he found out that, for instance, the different blend will create different results. And one of them is the black cumin seed. Black cumin seed is amazing. You can do some research. You can look it up on the PubMed.gov. That's a place where you can have all the different studies that have been done around different seeds, and you will see about 750 studies around that particular black cumin seed. So I'll touch on that, or Vivienne will touch on that in a moment. But just to sum up, about seeds. So seeds are really naturally contain 17 different minerals. So you don't need to have other supplements. And that's what happened for me. I stopped any supplementation since I'm taking the seed nutrition, because it has everything in it. So you have 17 minerals, 12 vitamins, and it has 30 times more potent nutrients density than fruit and vegetable. And why is that? Well, it's a source of life. It starts there, and then it dilutes into the tree and dilutes further into fruit and vegetable. And so that's why when you take it at the source, well, you have this high density of nutrients that you give to your body. So when you give that to your body, what does the body say? Thank you, because I can finally take care of all the challenges I have to face. You have non-amino acids and all essential fatty acid. So, not even need, fish oil is great, but it's another topic I could talk to you about. Fish oil would be great if the ocean wouldn't be polluted. And the challenge we have with fish oil is that when it opens, it rinses very quickly as well. So that's the challenge. When any type of oil, when you open it, when it's exposed to oxygen, then it oxidizes very quickly. And these products are cold press, and they are also vacuum clean. I'm going to talk to you about that in a minute as well. So it's whole food. So when it is whole food versus fragmented vitamin, your body knows what to do with it. It's like the same language, they talk the same language. There is full integration, easily digestible, bioavailable. And because it's cold pressed, it preserves all the nutrients. So what are these products all about? Well, first of all, they're very, specifically selected blended seeds that work synergetically. And this black cumin seed, for instance, is really empowering all the other seeds. This is what they observed in their studies. They noticed that the black cumin seed have actually an effect on the other ingredients that are there, and the other ingredients are becoming more potent because of the presence of the black cumin seeds. So they're all organic seeds from self-sustainable farms. For instance, in this particular case with Rhein International, they chose to work with Mountain Valley farm. That farm is specialized in seeds, and so they're growing organically they're waiting. I met these people, and they're waiting until the fruit and vegetable are really ripe. Then they collect them, they take out all the seeds, and they put all the fruit and vegetable back in the soil as compost. So therefore, the soil has all the nutrients to grow again some really nice fruit and vegetables. As I said before, everything is vacuum sealed, packaged, so that way you don't have the oxidation. And we don't need to put preservatives or any of these conservative elements to keep the freshness of this product because of the vacuum sealed system. So it's conveniently packaged in single doses. So you take one a day, one or two a day, depending what you want to reach. And you can take that anywhere where you go. It's very practical, very handy, I would say. Now, very important also, it's in a good manufacturing system. I went there and I had a look on how they produce it. It's it's pharmaceutical grade. So you can imagine, you cannot just go and walk in like this. So you have to wear all kinds of interesting equipment to hide and not pollute anything. They are testing before, in the middle of the production, and at the end of the production. So at the arrival of the seeds, they check if there is any trace of herbicide, pesticides, or heavy metal. And if there is, they return the merchandise. And they keep doing this testing 3 times along the way during the production. So you really have a high quality seeds. And that's interesting because, I didn't realize that before. I used to, or I still do, eat seeds, pumpkin seeds and flax seeds, and the flaxseed not so much, but you have to grind them if you want the efficiency of it. But I do also have sunflower seeds and hemp seeds and you name it, right? So what we typically find on the market, but we don't know the origin. We don't know if they are GMO or not. We don't know if they are full of pesticides or not. So here you got a product that is certified and being, like, of course, non-GMO and gluten-free and vegan and dairy-free, but also pesticide, herbicide, and heavy metal-free. I like that personally. So superfood, paleo approved, hypoallergenic. Actually, many people who have been taking this product for a few months have noticed that allergy is gone. And I have personal people that I know personally that have experienced that they had an allergy for 40 years and then now it's gone. So literally gone. And I heard many cases like that. So it's very interesting to see what the body can do to self-repair and reestablish the balance thanks to the right nutrition. So we also have science behind the seeds, as I mentioned at some point. As you can see, all the validation has been done for, around the world. And we also patent. We have 17 patents on the product, but we also have more and more patents coming. It's basically continuously evaluating what are the best way, and they bring always new products to help us to have a better and balanced health and wellness. So you can also check the science behind the seeds with different websites. I'm going to give you that in a minute. Validation, I want just specify one here, that is the BSCG. The BSCG is an organization that is selecting products for athletes. And so if it goes through this organization, then it's proven as being drug-free. So therefore, athlete can take it. And we have that, and many athletes have been taking this product. So if you want information, this is a new website, fairly new, seedscience.org. This International Seed Nutrition Society is focusing on really helping people with the natural food and doing research on seeds. So you can become a member, you can ask questions to experts, and you can find out all kinds of information on that website. Very interesting to see what seed can do for us. This company, Rhein International, is represented everywhere on the planet. So in the North American continent, as well as in Central America, South America, in a few countries, not too many yet. We're expanding continuously. In Europe, very active in Europe, and starting in Africa, also very present in Asia. So it is exciting because at least we can help with the right nutrition everywhere around the planet. So we have our flagship program being the Soul and the Core, and Bend is the one of the newest product. And I'm going to let Vivienne introduce these products that are cleansing, restoring, and nourishing. So Vivienne, the floor is yours.
Hello, everybody. So we'll talk about the first product that Rain got into the market, which is called Soul. And so in the next slide, you would see in the Soul the ingredients. From the left to the right, you'll see the black cumin seed. And then there's the black raspberry seed, which is not to mix up with blackberry. It's really a black raspberry, a special berry that is found only in the States. And we have Chardonnay grape seed, which is very particular from a different region also of the US. And we have D-ribose, which is a 5-carbon sugar. And the soul is really to help to restore and nourish our body mainly, and of course very high in antioxidants. So you can see here that the first two are very high in colors. As you can see, they're dark colored products. So a lot of phytophenols, very high in antioxidants. We have Chardonnay grape seeds, which is very great for circulation and also helping with metabolism, so losing weight. And the D-ribose, it is a quite particular 5-sugar carbon, which helps a lot into, when we think of clients that are like they're very tired, it's very recommended for chronic fatigue syndrome. And also, it is very helpful for helping the liver to stimulate insulin to help reduce the sugar level in our blood. Very helpful. So that is why we would add in a little bit of more 5-carbon sugar to level that, because that will help improve your blood sugar level, and so that's very interesting. So at the next slide, we would see. If you can move to the next slide, thank you. We would see that, just one pack of Soul has the power of antioxidant equivalent of from 8 to 10 serving of fruit, which is amazing. And also 8-10 serving of vegetables and 2 to 3 servings of healthy fats. So it's quite complete when you think of it. It's just in one Soul pack. And we would see there's many noticeable results when we take the Soul, because it's very high in antioxidants. It helps with the skin, the hair. It helps, of course, to boost the immune system. It sustains naturally our energy because of the D-ribose. And also it helps create mental clarity. It helps us focus more. It combats free radicals because of all the antioxidant effects, and because it's anti-inflammatories, it helps a lot to support our joints. In the next slide, you'll see also that the product has been tested by an independent laboratory, which is the Brunswick lab, that has tested many products to test their ORAC value. So, when we think of ORAC value, it's what it is that the ORAC stands for, first of all, for oxygen radical absorbance capacity. So it measures the ability of a food or other substance, that how it quenches the oxygen of each food. And so in the test, in a test tube, so free radicals or unstable atom of molecules that generates in the course of natural, or body or natural metabolism, and it strips out the electrons and the molecules in our body, and it causes a chain reaction that can, with time, oxidation will accumulate damage in our body and degenerate and of course lead to older age-related diseases. So with that test, we will see that it helps a lot with anti-aging, anti-inflammation, and antioxidant when you have a higher level of ORAC. And normally in the US, we recommend that our daily use of fruit and vegetables to have that ORAC value. It's about from 7,300 recommended by the US. But just with one pouch of Soul, you get 8,990 ORAC value. And if you just take 2, which is normally recommended, you get a value of 17,980, which is way higher, way stronger than normal, recommended fruit and vegetables, which is amazing. So just 1 pouch or 2 pouch a day, you have all the effect of the antioxidant fighting. And so usually there are many free radicals that you would see that happens in our body and in our environment. And some of them, one would, the free radical will be called the peroxyl. The other one would be hydroxyl, peroxide nitrate, superoxide anion, and singlet oxygen. So those are the 5 main free radicals that we need to combat, and the soul just delivers and combats those 5 free radicals. So it affects all of them. And here in this second slide, you would see something very interesting. So this is we call it a blood analysis, which is the black microscope that sees how our blood function. So a normal blood cell that when it's not healthy, you would see on the left how the blood cells will just stick together, and when they stick together, we call it a rouleau. There's like a rouleau, they're all stuck together. So imagine the blood cells, their role is to transport oxygen and nutrients around our body. And when they're stuck like this, they're not very, very well functional, and they don't transfer the oxygen, the nutrients, and also deliver different aspects. So after 2 hours of taking the soul, you would see the effect right away on a microscope. You see how the blood cells are separated and they're more flowing. So you can see the effect of antioxidants it has on our blood and our body, and that will help transport the oxygen and nutrients much better. And the next slide, please. So the next products that that Rhein started its core, because we're talking about moving the oxygen and also clearing out the body. So there's a detox, a cleansing effect of the core, and the nourishing, because we do have the base ingredient that is needed. So you can have an idea visually how these products, what are the main ingredients in it, and we'll talk more about it when you will see the details. We'll watch a video first.
So do you want me to look at you, or do you want me to look at the camera? So when I see somebody, I usually find that they have problems removing environmental garbage. We call it detox for short.
Because one of our problems is we have all these pro-inflammatory things that are happening to us throughout the day. Our cells are being exposed to things that are changing those over time, and you've got to clean out those cells and make them healthy, and then get rid of the bad cells.
The liver is in charge of detoxification. That's its primary purpose. Usually when I'm trying to support the liver, I'll ask patients to go and get some milk thistle and dandelion. Then I'll have people take chlorella and spirulina. Both of those are blue-green algae that help people to remove garbage from their body. Then I'd want them on some extra concentrated nutrition like kale or other cruciferous vegetables. And core happens to have all these things in there, along with wheatgrass, which is a superfood, and aloe vera, which is an herb that helps to soothe the digestive tract. And then there's black cumin and cranberry seed, which have hundreds of studies which show extraordinary benefits for the body. Most people don't understand that the seed is actually the most concentrated part of the plant. The concern about the seed is that it has a hull or a husk around it. So if you can take that seed, grind it, or pulverize it into flour, you now release all the healthy oils and all the healthy fiber, which then makes a product which, if you can harness that product is going to be as much as 25 to 30 times more concentrated. The research has shown us that about 70 to 75% of the immune system actually lives in the digestive tract. So when you nourish the digestive tract, you're also helping to nourish and support the immune system. Now, interestingly enough, if you're talking about nerve cells, half of the nerve cells live inside the head, inside of our skull, but half of the nerve cells also live in the digestive tract. And so when you're also nourishing the immune system, because you're nourishing the digestive tract, you're also nourishing the brain, the nervous system. It's thought that about 90% of the happy hormone, or serotonin, is made in the digestive tract, Well, if you nourish and cleanse the digestive tract, you may also get mood changes and mood improvements by doing that. I've never seen any product that has what this has. I've looked at a lot of products and they all have pieces, but none of them are as complete as Core. I go and look at green drinks all over the place, and I'll take a green drink and compare it to one green drink to another green drink. I get the powders, I get the green drinks, but when I compare them across the board with Core, I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything as powerful in a 1 ounce packet.
So we're back in our slides here. As you can see, the video was very explanatory of what the product Core is. So just to go back to some of the main ingredients that we would see, of course, black cumin and cranberry seeds, or the core seeds that you would see because of the high antioxidant effects of the product. And also what's interesting, we have milk thistle and also dandelion, and those are the two very high herbs that is used for helping the liver detox. It helps because we do need to detox so that our body is more healthy, so that we can also absorb more the good nutrients. And it's a balance between eliminating what's bad and bring the good stuff in. And then we have kale, wheatgrass, which is also, again, very dark leafy greens. Chlorophyll helps also with the circulation of the nutrients. It's a good alkalizer of our body. We have spirulina and also chlorella, which is very great for our brain, for our body. It has great amino acids. Those are algaeas, so it's very good in that. And of course, aloe vera. It's a plant that just helps with our stomach, just to smooth the intestine and the stomach, and just have everything just flow better with our body, to help also with the elimination. So those are the main core ingredients that you would see with Core. And in the next slide, you would see that also the product has been tested by the the Brunswick test, which is laboratory, which is an independent laboratory. And it shows that there's 67 higher PACs. And PACs, what it is like, it's proanthocyanidin. It's a long scientific word that just explains that it's a very important compound in the plant. Mostly it's plant-based products, and they are very high in antioxidants characteristic, and it helps with inflammation. It helps to support our immune system, and we see that mostly in greens, but you see that also in fruits. So it has way higher, because of the ingredients that it's in the Core. It is a really high level of PAC that you would see. And also the same thing with the sole that we tested. The sole, usually the leading fruits and vegetable, is recommended to fight the free radicals, or 7,300. But just with the Core, we have 21,700, which is way higher. So you see how there's like 3 times more the antioxidant effect with the Core to protect our body compared to the leading fruits and vegetables that we eat. And so in the next slide, you would see again how all the powerful benefits that you would get with the Core. You have better oxygenation because it helps with the flow. So chlorophyll will help that with our body. We have better intestine and digestive system support because of the aloe vera and the detoxing that we get with the products. We have better kidney function to support, and that also it helps with elimination and cleansing. It enhances our brain function, because when we know that when our intestine works well, we have also our brain works better. It's connected to our systems. And better liver detox with all the goodies ingredients, the dark leafy greens, and dandelion and milk thistles that helps to support the liver detox. And of course, also when the liver function well, the spleen helps well with all the fat that we eat and all that. So it helps with the detoxification, all the organs for that. So in general, I would say the benefits of the Rhein products, which is Soul, Core, and also I would even include the Bend. But the benefits, the general benefits, are it's bioavailable because it is seeds that are pressed and cold pressed and grounded down to oil. So it's in liquid form, so easier to absorb for a body. It's very high anti-inflammatory because the fact that it's with black cumin seeds and other selective ingredients in it that are high anti-inflammatory. It nourishes our cell very well. It's all whole foods. It cleanses naturally because of the whole foods that it's selected. It restores our body natural balance because between the cleansing and the nourishing, it helps our body just having what it needs so that it does what it's done naturally. It brings a natural homeostasis. It boosts our energy level, of course, because we have great nutrients in it and the products that it's selected in it. We have a natural healing process. It supports naturally that because we give what it's need. And then, of course, there's so many other benefits that you can find with the Core and Soul products. So on the next slide, you would see that, what I mentioned before, the ORAC is the oxygen radical absorbance capacity. And it's tested in the Brunswick lab with 30 milliliters. And it tests like all the other products that you would see sometimes in the market as a referral business market, different product that you would see. And Soul and Core are way higher compared to the other products in ORAC values. You'll see just one pouch of Soul, which is 6 milliliters. It has 8,990 just with one pouch. So way higher, way stronger, more effective than most of the products. And so the next slide, I'll leave it back to Patrick to tell us more about the different testimonial.
Thank you, Vivienne. That was great information. And yes, as you can understand now, these products have a great power. And I mentioned at the beginning that athletes are taking it. And the reason is because it's been certified and attested by these three organizations here, BSTG, certified drug-free, then WADA and Colon list is also very strict on the type of product they're going to give the seals on. So we have this certification and I'm trying to go to the next slide here. Here we go. So athletes, numerous athletes are taking these products, and not because they're sponsored, they just take it free willingly because they see that the high quality nutrients are there and they can absolutely notice the difference. We have a tremendous amount of athletes from 3 athletes, Colleen Cannon down there, to judo, Abigail Joe, and even the strongest man on earth, Erwin Katona, that is, pulling like these plane and trucks and able to do that. They just feel that it nourishes their body differently. We have skiers, we have volleyball player, we have basketball player, boxing, you name it. So again, if it's good for them, it's probably good for us, right? So what does it do really? Well, as Vivienne explained so well, it restores the balance of your body. So whatever we have going on in our body, well, it shows up. It shows up. The body always talks to us, either with eczema reaction, pain and aches. And here we have an example of a gentleman who took this product for only 2 weeks, already noticed a big difference with his eczema. And I have also a personal experience with that, with myself and a boy, a 7-year-old boy, that have taken this product and noticed a difference. Myself, I had eczema, in last summer, between my legs when it's hot like this and humid, I started to have itchy area, and I I didn't think of taking my soul at first. So because the thing is with this product, you can apply it topically as well as drinking it. So I do drink it, but I still have a little bit of rush down there. And I didn't think of it, and I tried coconut oil, and I tried aloe vera, and I tried a variety of natural oils, and nothing worked. I even went to my naturopath, and she said, "Oh, you probably have gut problem and all that." So, and all of a sudden I said, "Well, why don't I apply my soul?" Of course, I talk about it and completely forget for myself. So anyway, I did, and 3 days later, finished, gone, done, and I don't have any more. So I'm really surprised of how deep that product can work in. And we have many cases here also. You have a woman who had this a situation for many years, and it's gone. What we also notice is that it works for the eyesight. And my personal experience also is that way, that I couldn't read a small print at some point. My vision started to go down. I don't wear glasses, but I was, I'm resisting that. And, but I had to be in the evidence of observing the fact that I could not read as well. And now I don't have that problem anymore. My vision is much better. I don't need that light that I needed before as much, and everything is clearer. And I had the case of my mother, who was supposed to go, she's 90 years old. She was supposed to go for a cataract operation. And I said, wait, use this product first for 3 to 4 months, and let's see what happened. And she did. And then 4 or 5 months later, she went to the eye specialist, and they said, well, your eyes are fine. We don't need to operate anything. And then she was supposed to change her reading glasses. She didn't change the reading glasses. And I had another case like this of a friend of mine who was also supposed to get an eye operation and didn't have to do that anymore after 4 or 5 months of use. So, just try it yourself. Yeah, Vivienne, I hear you want to say something.
Thanks. I just wanted to add also about, this testimonial. Patrick is talking about, before surgery or preventing surgery, but even keep in mind, because it is a product that helps with reducing inflammation. So, this lady in this testimonial, she had some surgery. So the product helps with surgery also. When after surgery, before, ideally it's taking it before, but also during and after surgery, that will help reduce the time of healing because it helps reduce inflammation. So, and after every surgery, you will have a little part of, swelling, inflammation. So this will help the recuperation of your body much better. So
thank you. He's adding. Also, diabetes. So many people, unfortunately, are suffering from diabetes, but we have many, many, many cases of diabetic people who have recovered. And I have a personal friend who has that situation. She's pre-diabetic for quite a few years, and she has a level of 10.5 to 11. She had a level of 10.5 to 11 before of insulin, and then now she's been taking the product for 5 months, and she has reduced it to 6.5 sometimes. So she never could do that, and she used to take pills to change that, and then it got resolved that way just by taking 2 sols a day and 1 core. She's taking 2 sols and 1 core a day. So interesting, really changes, and many people are reporting the same effect or better.
Yeah, and to remind you guys that, in the soul, because of the D-ribose that you would see that you have as an ingredient in the soul, will help reduce your sugar level in the blood because of its effects on the liver and how it stimulates the insulin. So that's a natural way to reduce the sugar instead of taking medication to help that. So that's one of the great parts.
Yeah, and that's important you mentioned that, Vivienne, because many people say, oh no, there is sugar in it, so I don't take it because I'm diabetic. And yes, and it depends what synergy of product you have and what kind of sugar you have, right? So that's
absolutely, because in the sugar, when we think of the table sugar, the white sugar that we'd see, those or the I would say more artificial or processed sugar, and that's like the 6-carbon sugar. That's, it's getting a little bit more into the geeky and scientific part of it. But, just to like briefly, I don't want to overwhelm you guys with, the science part, but a natural sugar like cane juice sugar or fructose, which are more or honey, for example, those are 5-carbon sugar, and D-ribose is part of a natural part of our body, because our body makes ATP, which is the powerhouse of our cells, and it's made with D-ribose. So that is a more naturally, and so it has, yes, indeed, a little bit more, if we look at the sugar content, but because the D-ribose affects so much or sugar level, it really brings it down. And it's even like, a little, not a warning, but just information so that we know. So that's why, to balance out the products, it's added a little bit more cane sugar, so that to balance the effect. If not, we'll bring our blood sugar level way too low. That's why it's compensating. So I'll let you go back with the other testimonial.
Yes, here we continue, of course, all kinds of skin problems that have been resolved, including the psoriasis or tumors that you have. And actually, speaking of tumor, I do have a testimony that I'm going to share with you again in a moment. And it really helps any age group. So even kids can take it. No worries, because it's a whole food. It's a natural food. So they can take it, and they also can see a difference immediately. We have acne, as you can see, everything. Basically, the body is talking and sharing with you, okay, here it's not good for me. I need to have some nutrients to be able to balance. And you can give it. We even have people who have weight loss or weight gain, depending on what you need. Your body needs a certain balance, and that is restored also with these products naturally. Fibromyalgia is also a biggie. I have a few cases that I know, one personally, but as you can see, this poor woman, she was suffering from fibromyalgia for 23 years. So it's not so fun. I have to be in a wheelchair, and here after just 3 months she could reduce the morphine, and after 5 months put the wheelchair away. So what a win. Can you imagine? I mean, I'm just like so touched by this testimonial. And after 6 months she can go to the physiotherapist. Imagine how her life has completely transformed. And just by taking this product. So here, these are people, one of them, Fran, is a person I know, and she was really telling me her story, and I was, really touched as well. Fibromyalgia and even depression. And I know for a fact that my mother was going down as well in her, mood. And after taking the product, she changed so much. She recovered, she was happier, everything was getting better, her physical abilities as well. So you can observe that in people. People's mood is better, because of course the body doesn't have to fight as much. So everything is more like on a positive side. Even Tom, who had high cholesterol, has been able to reduce his cholesterol as well, and so did I. So I have a family history of cholesterol, and both my sister and I, we had our cholesterol reduced as well. So, but speaking of tumor, I want you to discover the testimony of Temple Swift, who are really, she got also very happy about what soul could do for her. So I'll let you discover and listen to this testimony.
Hi, my name is Temple Swift, and I have had the craziest 6 months. I'm a relatively healthy person who have been lucky enough to be off all allergy and asthma medications for the last 10 years. And I, all of a sudden, in January 12th, had what looked like a stroke. The whole left side of my face went numb, my left arm, my left fingers were all tingly. And so when I went into the hospital 3 days later, because how could I be having a stroke? They further testing showed through an MRI that in fact it wasn't a stroke. It was the pressure caused by the brain tumor that I have right here in the center of my forehead, approximately the size of a large grape. That's right. All of a sudden, in January, I discovered I had a brain tumor. As of May 8th, I was to have brain surgery. They were going to go up through my nose rather than the traditional cutting my head open from ear to ear, which was a good news thing. However, that meant a ton of specialist appointments, 15 in total, which meant that I had basically a full-time job just taking care of my health. As you can see, I'm sitting here on June 27th, and we have fabulous news. When they were going to go up through my nose, that meant that I needed to they were going to break it in 3 spots. So I needed to go to as many fine dining restaurants and chew as many steaks and roast beef as I could, because if you break your nose, it's very difficult to chew. And so about 4 weeks before I was able to chew. I also was going to lose my sense of smell. And that was very scary because, you need your sense of smell. I have 2 little boys, and you need to know when it's bath time. And so I drank a lot of red wine, had a lot of wine tastings, because what would be the point of ever drinking a glass of wine if you could no longer smell or taste it? Exactly. So I ended up doubling up as well on my Rhein product. And Rhein is a high antioxidant nutritional seed-based product. And I had heard a testimonial that somebody had shrunk their brain tumor. So I thought, why not? I'm going to just double up on it. And what I did with the Rhein was I had 2 soles a day and 2 cores a day. And that seems to have, according to the surgeon who called me on May the 7th, literally 11 hours before surgery, he said, I don't know what you've been doing, but continue doing it because you've actually shrunk your brain tumor. And all of a sudden, there was no surgery. So May 8th, I was scheduled for surgery, and it didn't happen. Why? Because I shrunk the brain tumor. So we went back on June 23rd for my 5th MRI, and I ended up going in today on June 27th to speak with my surgeon and to see the photos taken of my brain and the brain tumor on the June 23rd. And so today, June 27th, we all sat down and looked at the screen, and there's no tumor. It's gone. It's completely gone. And it's so surreal that I went through 6 months of absolute crazy, but it's gone. And I just wanted to say that I'm very thankful. So thanks so much, and we'll keep on being healthy.
There we go. When I hear that, I just say, wow, pretty amazing, isn't it? I mean, that's like, this product can really create miracles, but, we're not here to tell you that it does create miracle. You have to experience it yourself. So I can only encourage you to try them for a minimum of 3 months, but the longer you take it, the more nutrients you give to your body, and it can face the adversity of life that we're living in. So if we talk about soul and core, you just take soul in the morning and core in the evening on an empty stomach, as it is whole food, and you will see. Just if you have some particular issues, then you can take 2 soul, and you can even increase your detox for a while, like the first 3 months, and 2 core, and you'll see big difference. We just want to touch on the new product quickly. Vivienne, do you want to briefly explain what Bend and Pure is all about? What do you?
Okay, no problem. There's 2, we'll just briefly go over it because our main products are mostly core and soul. So Ben is very similar in color. Soul also has black cumin seeds, which is very high antioxidants, but also it has other seeds that are great, bringing us a little bit more fatty acids also, and a lot of amino acids that helps. So flax seeds, pumpkin seeds oil also. We have curcuma, which is a turmeric, which is awesome. It's very high in antioxidants. So that helps a lot with, mostly or joints, because bend, as the name describes, you can bend more. So more flexibility, more with our joints or structure. And so in other products that you have in the bend, you have glucosamine sulfate, which is, we would see that a lot in our supplements to help with the joints and support our joints and our mobility, and other vitamins also that helps with our body, which is our B's vitamins, the E, the D and K, which is help with our bone or structure. So those are all the ingredients that helps with the bend for our structure or joints, a muscle or bone, more flexibility. And if we look to the second product, which is Pure, this new product, the purpose is to help our gut system. So it has pumpkin seed oil, it has watermelon seed oil, we have flax oil. So these have it has a prebiotics profile and a probiotics profile. What it means is that prebiotic, it's more based in nourishing the bacteria, the good bacteria in our body, because we do need to fiber in it. And after the probiotics, we have inulin also in, which is a base of a natural sugar base, based from when we think of the sugar, but it also gives us a little bit more fiber in it, because the base is polysaccharated and it comes from roots and tuber mostly. So that is a profile for prebiotics to nourish those good bacteria that we have in our gut. So that's the Pure, and it's on the go. It's easy. You don't need to capsule to take it. You just have it in our bag, and when you have a chance, you just consume it. As simple as that. Always be on the go and helping us nourish.
Yeah, and
you were
I've
saying?
been using it for a month now, and I have to say that I sleep much deeper. I had a little bit. I'm a light sleeper in general, but here it's like finally I got like a really good sleep, and I feel much better. I have better digestion. So it's just only a month, but I can feel
better illumination.
Yeah, well, I never had a problem, but for sure,
Okay.
it does take care when I eat too much, like it was the case yesterday. Well, yes, it does help to make everything go, So it's good. The circle go. And you know what we do typically? We like to do these exercises. We use kinesiology just to test it, and some people believe in it, and some not. But I always like to test people who don't believe it, because I always look at their face after, and it's very revealing. Everything is vibration in the universe, and we vibrate at a certain frequency. And so when you go, for example, under a waterfall or by the beach or in nature, your vibration increases because you are in harmony with the elements around, and your body feels stronger. And that's why we say when we're sick, okay, you got to go to the mountain, you got to go to the ocean, or walk more in nature, because our body needs that to establish the balance. So when we do kinesiological tests, we do, you just take in one hand, you take, for example, a bottle of alcohol or a cigarette or a phone, and you will test very weak. Or if you take nothing and you just say your name, and you're going to test strong. If you say somebody else's name, you will test weak, because your body is not in alignment with who you are. And if you say yes in your brain, in your mind, you will test strong. If you say no in your mind, you will test weak. So if you take a product that resonates with you, for instance, a pack of salt, and you test, you will see. You'll test strong. Or a pack of course, same thing. So you just can do that with pretty much anything, and see if your body likes it, if it resonates with you, if it's really at the right frequency. So we will do that when we come and visit, and you'll be also able to taste the product, obviously. Now you may wonder, how much does it cost? Well, I have another question for you, is that how much are you ready to invest in your health? You remember at the beginning, I think it's a love story between you and you. It's like, do you really want to become more? Do you really want to improve your health? How much are you really willing to invest to make yourself feel better? Is it $20 per day? Is it $10 per day? If you go to Starbucks, how much are you spending for a coffee? First of all, is coffee really good for you? It creates a lot of acidity in our body, so it's not necessarily the best thing. But anyway, if you go for a coffee or two per day, it's going to cost you a lot more than this, because this product, and we're talking here about the combo, about the perfect two synergetical products, Soul and Core, together, including tax and shipping. It's only $7.30 per day. So I think for me, it makes perfect sense. I prefer to invest $7.30 per day for my health and restoring the balance. It's all a decision away. You make your decision. You make your own decision. It's your future. It's your body. It's your choice. So fast food or healthy and health wellness. Now, let me show you here. What is important to also know is that you have 30-day money-back guarantee. So you can try. And after 29 days, if you see, no, I don't want it, well, you can return them and you're going to be refunded with no question asked. I want to attract your attention here with the combo Soul and Core on AutoShip at the bottom of the page. That combo costs you $220 per, I'm talking about Canadian dollars, including tax and shipping. In US, it's a little bit cheaper. So if you're listening from US, you will save a little bit money. We have the custom and we have the dollar exchange between the Canadian and US dollar. So for us in Canada is a little bit higher. So you can buy just simply $1 1 month, and that's okay. And you're going to pay the full price. If you want to save money, you do the auto ship. You can cancel anytime. That's the preferred customer program. You save 25 to 30%. But you better buy 2 boxes of anything, because the program is designed for having the maximize the wellness and the product synergy. So Soul and Core, for instance. If you want to take Bent, well, I suggest to first start with Soul and Core. Bent is good if you really aches in pain, high inflammatory, and you can take Bent. But if you want to first establish the good terrain, you start with Soul and Core for 3 months. After 3 months, you see how you feel, and then you maybe add Bent if you want to. Pure is the new product. I would take it pretty much immediately, so you could add Pure as well. But let's compare. I used to take a lot of the product that I contain in Core, and it cost me a lot more. And it's not so convenient as well. I put it in my smoothies, and I put the chlorella and the spirulina. It doesn't taste always good. I didn't have the black seed cumin oil, but I had quite the cranberry and the wheatgrass and dandelion roots. Yeah. So anyway, $288 per month. Here, it costs you only $138. Including tax and shipping. So basically you save $150. You don't need to take anything else. You have everything in this pocket. Same with the Soul. You see, 1 Soul pack is the equivalent of 8 to 10 servings of fruit and vegetables, plus 2 to 3 servings of healthy fat. So it costs you only $3.45 instead of $15.85 if you compare that to you don't stop eating fruit and vegetable, obviously, but you will see and notice that you eat less than before. You won't have this craving anymore because you give the right nutrients to your body, and your body will react in a very positive way. So overall, I would say you save money no matter what, and also you do good for the world. And I'll tell you why. The company has a foundation, and they invest every boxes, 25 cents of every boxes that have been purchased, and they put that in the foundation. And they also additionally plant trees for every partner that want to come on board. So we do want to expand internationally, but we also want to make a difference in the world. So here we go. This foundation that you can check, Seeds for Change Foundation, s4cf.org, is supporting various great. I just can't find the word right now. Various great causes. Right, I got it. Causes. All right. Here we go. Musana Jewelry. Okay, this is a group of people in Uganda, in Africa, who are creating a seed jewelry. And so they have done tremendous work there in terms of support. So not only they bring the soul and core as a nutrition support for this village, but they also help them to do business. So teaching them how to, and also for scholarship. They bring new books and have built a place where they can work better, and basically it's really making a difference. You can find on Skills for Change what they have done, and you'll see all the details. Planting trees, as I was saying, you can go on trees.org and you can also check it out and see we are one of the top sponsor of this organization. And they also built a school in Mexico, in Puerto Vallarta. And what I like is the fact that the CEO of this company and all his staff went there to really do the job of planting trees and creating this school and building that school. So it's a company with a heart. And that's what attracted me, is like good products, a company with a heart, great team of people, and great product to taste. So if you want to check further this company and check the resources, you go on pubmed.org. You can check about the seeds everywhere, as well as seedscience.org. These two organizations, one on the top and the one on the bottom. You learn a lot about the quality of seeds. And we suggest you also to go on the website of the person who introduced you to this video. It usually starts with myrainlife.com/ in my case, Optimum Being. In your case, Vivienne?
Sorry, in my case is Vivacious V.
Vivacious?
V.
Okay, yes, perfect. Yes. So there you go. You have the Seeds for Change. So we're looking back. You probably have many questions. So we're looking to hear back from you. Please call us, write to us, and we would love to help you understand more what is behind this product, but certainly also to help you personally, either with a nutritionist, Vivienne, or myself, a wellness coach and life coach, and to support you to have an abundant life, a great lifestyle, and to be happy and healthy and wealthy. So we thank you very much. Vivienne, do you have, I'm going to just get out of the sharing. Here we go. Do you have anything else you want to add?
I would just like to share with you a little bit of my experience with, Rhein, how because of my nursing background and also because as a nutritionist, when initially the product was presented to me, I said, okay, the product looks interesting, but like everybody, mostly with my science background, I'm a little bit more skeptic always, and I'll do my homework, right? And looking at the product, looking into what are the core products and how's the quality of the product was one of the main things I started with, because I need to back and I need to believe in the products that I would recommend to people, right? It's also my reputation. So I did that part, that, research and everything just, checked that mark. But not only that, I wanted to see what was the company like. How was their values? How was their structure? How was their compensation plan also? Because, as much as it's a product that helps with my health, with the health of my clients and patients, but also, it's a great opportunity to make a revenue, as it could be just a sidekick, side revenue, or something that will lead you to a lot of liberty and a lot of a possibility that you can even just once you build it, just say goodbye to your job and do this as a full time and being more independent. So those are all the reasons. So I went to Europe. There was an international conference. It was a great experience. Saw the people, saw the companies, saw the value, saw the other people that were succeeding. And it was, young people that were using social media, or even just a lady that was, a single mom that just, knew a lot of people but wanted to give her life a different lifestyle, give her more availability and possibility. So those are all the check marks that I looked at, and also the value of the company. By the way, what Patrice was saying about a different, organization and different causes. That it's giving back. Also, it's not just making money, but it's giving back to the community. So, and overall, it just had like all my checks marked. Was checked. So that's why I'm with the team right now.
Thank you.
That's my little part of the story.
Yes, it was good to hear that as well. Yes, and we all have our stories, and I just encourage you to experience it yourself, see if it makes sense to you, and we'll get back and help you to go to the next level of your health and wellness. So wish you a very good rest of the day or evening, and we talk soon. Bye.